I spoke the other day up at Lake Tahoe to the, what do they call it, government, it's the lobbyists, all the lobbyists, they have an association. You know, and they used to be the fourth branch of government, you know, the executive, the judicial, legislative branches, they used to be the fourth branch. I said, nope, guys, you've been demoted, you're now the fifth branch. You look kind of funny. I said, the fourth branch is the bureaucracy. And that branch is more powerful than the other three, and you demote it. And we really got to get that under control. I said in my Reading office today, folks, meeting with people, hearing more of these stories. Now, there are a lot of good people in government. Work very hard in the bureaucracy. Some of you are them. But there are a lot that have their own designs and their own agendas, and they're far too secure in their jobs. And by the way, I haven't given Arnold a whole lot of credit for very much of the things he's done, and I've spent a lot of time with him lately on the budget. But I appreciate he's so far held fast on taxes, but he's tried to do something about pensions. 2005, he had a pretty bold attempt at it. $100 million of union money was spent to beat him up. And to his credit, or discredit, he walked away for 3 years. Now he's back. And 6 contracts have been negotiated that are significant concessions by unions, some very big ones, on pensions. The time for pension reform is nigh. But here's what I fear. Those who negotiated agreements with the administration, and those 6 unions, there probably will be some more, have to be approved by the legislature. It's called an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. Well, guess what I predict? I hope I'm wrong. But other unions who do not want to make any concessions will try to defeat those memorandums in the votes of the legislature. Now, I will be amazed if I'm wrong in this prediction. And I almost perversely hope they do that, because I think you all will be very mad about that. And your membership will increase by virtue of that insidious action, that cynical action. Let's hope that it doesn't happen. Folks, let's get into some questions now. And Baron, you wave me off and put the hook when you want me out of here, okay? Folks, what's on your minds tonight? See, I can talk to you, but I don't learn anything when I talk. Well, once in a while I do, but I learn a lot when I hear you talk. What's on your minds tonight? What's up for governor?
Who are you supporting for governor?
Who am I supporting? I'm supporting Meg Whitman. And I'm supporting Meg Whitman because, first of all, I believe she can govern California, and I've watched her over the last year grow enormously in being able to transition from a big business leader to someone who's got an understanding of how to deal with government. Personally, I'm very close to her now, and I think I'll have a lot of purchase with her, so that's a personal motive, if you will. I believe she's got a game plan. I believe she's tough enough for the job. And I believe she can be elected. And this isn't a worst of 2 evils, or better of 2 evils, folks. I know Jerry Brown. And I won't say he was a friend of mine. I was elected to the Senate the year he was re-elected. 4 years I fought with Jerry Brown as a lowly senator to lead the powerful government. And one of my greatest battles with Jerry Brown was over the Medfly. By the way, I won that one. I'll tell you that story. It's a great story sometime. I got a bill passed in 5 hours to order him to spray the Medfly. That's a great story. But I want someone who can govern and win. And that's the most important. Yeah.
Yes. I wonder, why are they cutting our police force and our firemen and increasing our bike lanes? I mean, that's...
Cutting police and fire, and that's a local government issue. I don't know the answer to that, okay? I'm not privy to that. But let me put it this way. A lot of tough decisions do have to be made. And in some cases, without doubt, and I'm the biggest tough and law and order guy there is. I mean, I was head of the board of prison during 15 doggone years. You talk about stress, heart attack, triple bypass, and an ulcer. That's what those years cost me. But those were the best years of my life in terms of helping the public. So I believe it, okay? But police and fire safety, there's going to have to be some changes there too, at least for the short run. Now, what is my priority? I'm going to protect public safety. You heard me talk before here about Arnold's parole policies and justice and all that. So that's the highest. So I would like to see that be minimum. Sir?
Where does Meg Whitman need a little nudge?
Where does she need a little nudge?
Which area?
Well, you mean in terms of campaign or just growing and understanding government?
Well, how about amnesty?
How about amnesty? Meg Whitman, and I've heard her say that publicly, in fact, here in Reading, she is against amnesty. Her position, as I understand it, is secure the borders, send National Guard there, whatever we need to do to secure our borders, no amnesty, and employer responsibility to not be hiring those folks and make sure that they are legal citizens. We have a copy here of her little book, and I think it somewhat refers to that. The lady way in the back here.
I'd like to know what hard decisions need to be made to balance the budget.
The hard decisions that need to be made to balance the budget is give some more local control. I was talking to your superintendent of schools this afternoon about categorical programs and giving the responsibility for those programs back to the local districts. I fought that battle back in the 70s and 80s. And just now, I mean, talk about a wonderful thing. We've accomplished some of that last year. And that was very helpful. The superintendents all over California tell me, including your superintendent today. That's one of the things that need to be done. Some of the welfare and social programs, they need to be reformed considerably. There are great excesses in a lot of these programs, ladies and gentlemen, including in home supporting services. I'm not against that. I believe in supporting the home. That's the least expensive kind of care. But let's just say a whole new cottage industry. No, not even cottage. This is big business has grown up in that area. Constraining and limiting the powers and authorities of those agencies of government that fourth branch I was talking about. And I must say, of all the areas of success thus far, I would argue that's one area where we've had not nearly enough success. I would like to severely constrain the power of the Air Resources Board and the Water Resources Control Boards. And voting on the AB 32 initiative, I'm getting the number of it right now, I've got to get that committed, in November will be a great way to whack the authority and powers of the Air Board. Over on this side.
Arizona Governor Jan Brewer has taken a very bold move against illegal immigration. Meg Whitman has said that she would never do that. How are we going to get Meg Whitman turned around?
Well, first of all, and I said this up here right after Meg made that statement, I disagree with her on that absolutely. As a matter of fact, I would, and you have gone further. Some of you must have voted on Prop 187 back in 1994, which was way beyond Arizona's law. Arizona's law just says kind of obey the federal law. That's very simple.
Yeah, it's so simple.
Well, let's just say that I am on the opposite side of her on that. I like the other parts of her, and I'm trying to nudge her back to letting that not be her position, okay? I think the Arizona law is a great statement of frustration, and people in power better get it. People are upset at all, in California, 60%. Patrick?